Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we'll be solving this problem called HTML parser. Something new we'll be learning here. So HTML, you might be aware of, it is a hypertext markup language. It's a standard markup language used for creating worldwide web pages. So whatever you are seeing in a web page, that is made by using hypertext markup language, or you can also call it as HTML. And then something called parsing is there. It's a process of syntactic analysis of a string of symbols. So you'll have a string of symbols and you can analyze it. You can think of it involves resolving a string into its component parts and describing their syntactic roles. So that is what parsing means. It's means like you will have a string of symbols and you are analyzing it and looking at its different component and it's their role. What is their role? So combining these two guys, parsing is different thing, HTML is different thing. HTML parsing, if you will see, it is an HTML parsing is an instance is fed HTML data and calls handler methods when start, end, text, comment, other markup elements are encountered. So in HTML you have something called start tag, end tag, text, comments and other markup elements. Whenever this HTML parser will see these things, it will call a handler method. It will do something, means okay. So it will take HTML data, it will find some text, comments, tags, and based on that it will call handler method. Means how it will handle, methods will be there to handle what it has to do, right? So that's HTML parser. You can click this link and know about more. I'm giving an example here. So first you import HTML parser, then what you do is you don't have to make class, but it is good to make class and define each method here. So this is one method, this is another. It's kind of a handler, and method and handler, you can think of it as functions only. So it is defined functions, what it has to do, it will print. Okay, that's what it is doing. Now you have to instantiate the parser array. Here you have imported it, but you have not initialized it. So initializing here, you can see that so that we can feed the HTML. Here it requires HTML data. So HTML data will be fed once you will initialize it. So you can see parser.feed. This is inside inverted comma. This is what HTML data looks like. So you will have HTML head, title. These are the names. These are the symbols, and you can see this is how an HTML language looks like, you can think of. So here you can see what is there. There is a start tag, HTML start tag, head, this start tag, this start tags. So then you have title tag, which is a start tag, and then you have end tag. End tag is with this forward slash. Okay, same thing but forward slash, with forward slash, that is end tag. End title, this is start title tag, this guy, and this is end title tag. Then you have end head tag, then start body tag, start h1 tag, then you have some text here, and then you have end h1 tag, then you have br tag. This is empty tag, only some name and forward slash will be there, that is called empty tag. It's not there, maybe it will be there in later on. So this is how you read HTML. So you don't need a lot of HTML to know how to solve this problem, just you should be knowing basic stuff. You can see what it is doing. It is taking the HTML data, this HTML data, and it is finding the start tag, end tag, empty tag, like this. So you can see the name HTML is a start. See from here, start tag, start tag. Then you have end tag title, you can see, then end tag head, then start tag body, h1 start, then end h1 empty br, and end body and HTML. You can see this is what this program is doing, just finding out which one is start tag and with the name, or end tag, empty tag. So these all are methods. What they are doing is they are basically printing the tag, and what they take as an input, the tag, it will take the attribute. Attribute I'll show you later on. Here you can see later on attributes will also come. So you can see the method is called to handle the start tag of an element. For example, div class equal to mark. So this class equal to mark name value pair, this is attribute of the start tag div. The tag argument is the name of the tag converted to lowercase. So this you have to convert with to lowercase, and then arguments, attribute argument is there, which is a name value pair containing the attributes found inside the tag, right? So this name value pair, this is attribute of the tag div. Similarly, you will have end tag, but in end tag you won't have attribute, so only you will have the name of the tag name. Tag argument is, it will be there. You can see inside this tag is there, but here inside tag and attribute both are there. So tag argument is the name of the tag converted to lowercase. Then you have start end tag. This method is called to handle the empty tag of an element. So here this is actually ending, means empty tag it is looking for, means it is starting and ending at the same time. So there is nothing inside. So this takes tag as well as argument, attribute. So this method is called to handle the empty tag of the element. For example, br slash, I showed you before, right? Tag argument is the name of the tag, which is br, and argument is the name of is the list of name value pairs containing the attribute found inside the tags bracket. But here it is not having any argument, but it can have, whereas in end tag it will not have any attribute. Now here you can see what is the task. So this is the basic about some HTML basic is given to you in terms of HTML parsing in terms of Python. So read this, so you will get the idea. Now what is our task? We will be given HTML code snippet of n lines. So n lines will be given to us, and our task is to print start tag, end tag and empty tag separately. Same thing we have to do, same thing. So but the representation is this, format of your result should be in this fashion. So instead of writing in this fashion, it is asking you to write in this fashion, right? So start tag, the name of the tag, then end tag name, start, then start name, then attributes has to be represented in this value, this way. So attribute here, and here the value of the attribute. And this you can see this symbol is indicating the tag contains an attribute, this symbol. It is immediately followed by the name of the attribute and the attribute value. Then this symbol acts as a separator between attribute and the attribute value. If an HTML tag has no attribute, then simply print the name of the tag, which is done here. You can see the name of the tag only. If the attribute has no value, then simply print the name of the attribute value as none. So if it is not having any attribute, then you have to print the name of the attribute with value is equal to none. So only value is not there, but name is there inside the tag, then you have to do this. If it is not having any attribute, you just write the name. Then do not detect any HTML tag, attribute or attribute value inside the HTML comment tag. So this is the comment tag. You can see this is how the comments are given in the HTML language. So we have to ignore the comments line. Comments can be multi-line as well, so we have to ignore it. Now the input will be given in this fashion. We will get the value of n, and from next line onwards for n lines we will be getting HTML code. N can be between 0 and 100. We have to print the HTML tags, attributes, attribute values in order of their occurrence from top to bottom, right? And we have to use the proper formatting as explained. So this is something given to us, sample input. So 2 lines of HTML code will be given. So these are the 2 lines, and we have to extract the start, end, empty or attribute values and everything. So here you can see starting is HTML, then head, then title, these 3, then ending title, ending head, then start body, and you can see inside body you have 2 attributes, class is equal to 1, and then there is data model target, but this guy is not having any value. So This is how it is represented: data model target greater than none. This is a symbol, and it is given. If it is not having any value, then provide none. And the second attribute is class greater than 1. Then you have h1 start, h1 end, then empty br, then body end, html end. This is what it is given here, right? So this is what we have to do. So simply you can type it this thing. Because we have to do the same thing, but we have to change the representation. Formatting the result is main thing here. So let's first of all let me what should I do first? I'll bring the library. So import from what is there, HTML, I think HTML parsing. I think this will not work. Some other thing. Let me do first this. I am not sure whether it will take or not. I think there is a different way of importing this. Yeah, this line shows that it is not taking as the library. Means there is a different way of initializing this library. Let's search it. HTML parsing import. So I think HTML.parser. So in small we have to write HTML.parser. I think this is how we have to write. It is taking. Now what I'll do is I'll take this instantiation thing, right? Because we have to initialize it. So same way I'll initialize. But how this will be given? This we don't want. HTML parser. Let me see. My HTML parser. HTML parser import HTML. Nothing. What's the problem? Undefined variable. My HTML. What's the problem? My HTML is not defined. Okay, my is not required. HTML parser will work, I think. So we are not feeding the data, we will feed it. So first we have to take the value of n, I think, right? No, there is no value. Yeah, a value of n is given to us. So capital N I'll write equal to int input, right? So we will get the value of n. Let me put this guy here, and then I'll run a for loop for each line. For dash in range n. I can also do like I can remove this and I can put here. That's fine. Now I'll feed the input. Each line I'll feed. Okay, input. So this is how each line will be taken and feed it to parser. Now what parser will do is so we have created they have created a class now. So parser will go to here, this thing. So I'll take it, just copy it Okay, so we have this HTML parser. So this is what it is, HTML parser, parser.feed. Okay, here it is requiring bracket, so that's why it is showing error. Same thing, because it is Python 3, no, that's why. So same thing like this, right? But we have to print in this fashion, no, this way. So what we will do, for a start, we have to write in this way now. So start, I'll take here, I'll copy and paste, and there is one space, right? So one space and then that value of tag. Similarly, one space only here, end. This is end tag, right? End tag it is. And then for empty tag, what do you write? Empty, one space. Is there anything else? Yeah, we have to write the attributes in this fashion. So let me copy it. If it is having any attribute, we have to write it. So if no, not if, attribute we will be getting, no, this attribute. So for loop we can run. So attribute, this attribute is a group of attributes, so each attribute we have to write. So for attr, I'll write in attrs, in attributes. That's what it is written, attributes. Here I am looking at each attribute, and what I am doing it, if we have two cases, no, none as well as the value one. So if let me print first of all, so that you will see, else you will not see. So print attrs. Okay, let me run it. So you can see the attribute is like this. Okay, here who's having attribute? Body is having attribute. So these are printed almost fine. We just have to write for the attributes now. So this value, name value pair, right? So we can see that this is the 0th position and this is the first position. So now I can write the for loop, since you have seen it. So each attribute, what we will be looking at, attributes first value. If it is equal to none, then write in this fashion. Which one? This one. So Control C, print. Inside this we have to like this. So here I need to do string type, no? So plus plus. Here what we'll put? Attribute 0, 0th value. But here also we have to put like this, then it will work. Like this. Then you have this space will be there. Sorry, this will, what am I doing? Space, then plus again, then like this, right? I think this will work, and instead of this we can put attribute 1, or we can put str none. Okay, that is how I am representing it. Else print same thing but with the value, attribute value. So attribute 0 will be there, but instead of this guy we'll be having attr1, right? I think this will work. Now this can happen, the same thing can happen with empty tag as well, right? What I'll do is I'll copy I'll copy this thing, and I can do same thing with here as well, copy it, right? So that both will have same thing, but this guy cannot have, because attributes inside end tag we don't have attributes. That's the reason. So I think everything will work out now. So you can see this is represented fine, no? What's the problem? Start HTML, start head, start title, end head, start body, end head, start body. Is there any space problem or something I am doing? Start h1, end h1, empty br. Start h1, end h1, empty br, end body, and HTML. Okay, there is lot of space here in end, right? So like this they want. No. Okay, the spacing has to be similar, no? Let me do 2 spaces. So still there is 1 space left missing. Let me do like this. Yeah, now it is passed. So all are aligned. See, the colons are not aligned in the same line. So now our code looks exactly similar. Some modification we had to do, but it is exactly similar to what is given to us. So let me submit this test case. All the test cases are passed, and congratulations. So it is something new. Till you learned about this parsing thing and all. So we are looking at these symbols and all, analyzing their roles. That's what parsing is, and we are doing it for HTML specifically. That's why it is called HTML parsing. Okay, so there are some one more problem is there, part 2, that we will see. Now you are equipped with the knowledge of playing around with HTML using Python, HTML parser.